So, hey guys, Mr. Lego Head here with another Duel Commentary. And this week's Duel Commentary, or Duel Casting, whichever you prefer, is ddbreaker at 662 versus Bansato, or Bansato at 714. And this is on the unrated part of Dueling Network, and they both seem to be playing pretty normal looking extra decks and decks, so let's see what they are playing. So we're seeing a Crystal Seer played here by the Bansato player. If we're going to see a set card, that's probably going to be the Crystal Seer. Is he going to play into the guy? Or let's see, it's a flip effect. Interesting card, yes. Pick up 2 cards from the top of your deck, select one of those cards, add it to your hand, and place the other card on the bottom. Used to see a lot of play, Crystal Seer. Used to see quite a lot of play because it was there was a free draw in a sense. Not so much these days, but used to see quite a lot of play. So we're going to see set, which is probably, I'm guessing, Crystal Seer, and 2 sets. So we're seeing both players playing 2 set cards. Normal kind of first turn plays there, nothing too different. So we see a breaker here played. This could be a old school spellcaster deck, or even a Wild Tornado. Now I saw in a YCS video someone talked about this card, saying how good it can be used. Select one face-up card in a spell or trap zone and destroy it. The controller of the destroyed card can then set one spell or trap card from the hand. If this set card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, select and destroy one face-up card on the field. Now I have seen, I kind of looked at this effect before, and it is a really good effect, because quite a few decks can play. It's good against field spells, good against Dark Worlds. Is Bansato not understanding? Oh, there he is. Would I have gone for the breaker? I probably would have gone for, does that have to be face up? Face up. Okay, then that makes more sense. Okay, that's fair dues, that's all play. Yeah, it probably would have been a bit too good, I guess, if it was any card, but some nice plays. Here, I'm thinking that Bansato is either playing a kind of breaker prophecy deck, or even an old school spellcaster deck, which would be interesting to see. ddbreaker, I still don't know what he's playing. ddbreaker could be playing breaker, could be playing different dimensions, so who knows. So seeing another set card here, maybe another Crystal Seer. Nothing seems to be happening much in this duel. Nobody wanting to flip up their cards, which is pretty odd. ddbreaker probably having a Spirit Reaper, maybe? Something set. So we see a Vindictive Magician flipped, so that will pop that face down. Hopefully. Yes, that has popped the face down. And what has been set here? That is a Mudora. This card gains 200 attack for every fairy type monster in your graveyard. Now, 1500 attack. I probably would have gone for the attack, but was he hoping for something? I don't understand what he was. He could have got rid of the back row if he really wanted it to hurt, or maybe he didn't want Crystal Seer to be played. But I don't know. I probably would have just flipped that attack. But we now see a card trooper here. I would have thought that'd be allowed. Yep, and he's going to mill free, as every person does when they summon Guard Trooper. So we're seeing a Flying Camel, a Slip Heat, and Desert Twisters, so a bit of a wind deck here. A bit of a wind deck? Yeah, I'm guessing a wind deck. So we see Card Trooper attack and a D Prism played. That's going to hurt, won't get the free draw from Card Trooper. And Sato playing very nicely here with some good plays, some good, really nice plays. ddbreaker playing a little bit slow for my liking, actually. I don't really know what his wind deck is, but he is playing quite slow. And Bansato not playing the most powerful of cards, he is just attacking with an old Vindictive. So we see a Dimensional Alchemist here, so he's going to use the effect, I'm guessing. Obviously, if it's popped, he's going to be able to get his Card Trooper back. Which, I don't know if this is a wind deck, or maybe if... I'm actually struggling with what this deck is. We're playing like Dimensional Alchemist and stuff. Maybe a tech card, so we see a Book of Moon played here. Which real good. He'll still get the effect if it's destroyed. Doesn't actually have to be face up, I believe, to use Dimensional Alchemist's effect. So we see a Sangan played here. And that will run over... Oh, well, yeah, that will run over Dimensional Alchemist. So he'll use the effect to bring back his Card Trooper. Bansato plays some really low attack point monsters here, with nice effects, but quite low. Interesting, that face down hasn't been flipped face up, so he's not thinking he needs the Crystal Seer right now. He's in control. Possibly, if a Dark Hole was played, it could get rid of the Sangan, and the effect would be activated, obviously. I'd question just flipping the Crystal Seer up. Obviously you've got Sangan out, so there's less likely to be seeing Dark Hole, but never say never, as Justin Bieber would say. But yeah, they're both playing pretty slow for decks, but these aren't top tier decks, these aren't fast decks as it seems, so it's nothing against them, they're just playing the decks how they are. So there's no issues in that sense. It's not like they're playing mermaids or something and they just seem to be playing extremely slow for no reason. But Bansato playing pretty well. ddbreaker having a few moves. See a Card Trooper played here. Probably going to mill the 3. Yeah. Let's see what he mills. An MST, ouch. Plague Spreader, nice. And a Regeki Break. Interesting. Probably going to run over the old Vindictive, I would have thought. He's just going to select it now. So we see a Compulse. Compulse on a card. Oh no, we're going to see what is this? This is a Rebound. When your opponent activates a spell trap card or monster effect, it returns the card from the field to the hand, negate that effect, and if you do, send one card from your opponent's hand at random or from their side of the field to the graveyard. When this set card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, draw one card. So he's playing a lot of interesting trap cards here, ddbreaker. Trap cards that don't see a lot of play. Rebound never sees play. Might see a little bit more play. If it's destroyed by a heavy storm or something, you'll get the draw, which is always nice. And you can negate cards like Compulse, which is nice to see. So that doesn't die, no. But he does get to send a one random card from his opponent's hand. You get the effect of you send one card from your opponent's hand or from their side of the field to the graveyard. So he's going to send the face down. Nice, and that's why I really did think you should probably flip Crystal Seer. Just for cards like this. Oh, it's not Crystal Seer! Wow. So he's using Apprentice Magician. Obviously it's not destroyed by battle. Ah, that's why you didn't flip it. But I flipped that anyway. Might as well. There's no downside to having it face up. Wouldn't have so ddbreaker replay. Then he gets to attack. So he's negated the Compulse. So then he gets to deal a bit of damage. So he has popped 2 on the field, which has been nice. But really interesting to see this Rebound card. Didn't really know about this card, and it is quite a useful effect. There are a few... would that work on Grapha, maybe? Would that work on Grapha? When your opponent activates a spell trap monster effect, it returns a card from the field to the hand. Grapha is... it might not... maybe it would. It probably wouldn't negate Grapha's effect now I think about it. No, I don't think it would it? Wait, not bad, huh? Lucky, please. Very lucky. You've been wasting good cards on nothing. Why? Nothing. Carry on. A little bit of beef here going on. So Card Trooper's going to get to draw a card. So he's going to get this free draw, which isn't too much of an issue. But ddbreaker has been playing very slow to be saying that Bansato's not been playing very well. So let's see what ddbreaker summons now. We're going to see a Heavy Storm played. A lot of people heavy storming 1 cards these days. People are a bit scared of Starlight Roads. Starlight Roads have caused a few issues with bluffs being played. And we see this sent to the graveyard to summon a Formula Synchron. This is a really interesting deck. It's banished. Who's going to get there first? But really interesting deck here, played by ddbreaker. Not really sure what he's playing. Maybe a wind. I have no idea what I'm going to put in the title of this, guys. I'll work it out. But kind of wind control deck, maybe? That's the best I can put in my head. There's been wind cards, and the wind cards chosen have been quite control-y, but the first card play, the Mudora, doesn't affect any of his wind cards. It affects fairies, but yeah, I haven't really seen 1 fairy mill so far. Slipheed. Comment below if I make the title of this guy's this wrong. But ddbreaker is pretty highly rated. He's at 6'2 to 6'2. But then again, I always think ratings aren't much. But then again, his experience at 689, his experience does pay dividend. High experience, you can only kind of understand why they're so good, but rating doesn't really put into that. So maybe that's why ddbreaker's criticising him. A lot of people who've played this for a long time or have high rating do usually is this game usually can be a bit cocky. Oh, used to someone in pro. Interesting. It'd be quite funny to see Bansato win. I'm not really liking ddbreaker. He's being a bit of a dick. I'm gonna be honest. So we see a Soul Exchange done on Card Trooper, which means it won't get effect, and we see Caius effect to use to banish the other Caius, so that will deal 1,000 points of damage. And Bansato came back from that quite nicely. His deck, I have no idea what that was. I kind of had a few guesses. That's why he's playing fairies. Just so he can play Dark Electricity. So I'm thinking this is a bit of a kind of control deck. Is the best that I can think of that it is a control deck. That would make sense, I guess. Kind of wind control deck, because Slippy, I missed its effect. I think has a control ability, possibly with spells and traps if I remember correctly. So we're going to see this run over the Caius, unless that face down is something. Is the face down something? And if it is, let's see. And I think he's probably considering playing the face down, I'm guessing. I'd play it if I was you. Is that lag from my part, or did he just attacked and nothing happened on my screen? I'm not understanding what's happening. When this card is controlled by and sent to graveyard, opponent discards 1 yes, so I think this is a bit of a control deck. And that was banished to special summon the winch? Did he not attack over Caius? Or was Caius not just disappearing off my screen for some reason? When this card is XY summoned, target 1 set card your opponent controls, turn to the bottom of the deck. Once per turn you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, return it to the top of the deck. So that's going to go to the top. Did he just not attack? Is that what happened? I don't know, guys. I'll look back at this and I might probably put an annotation. So we see a Heavy Storm played here. Let's see if Bansato can come back from this. Obviously he's drawn into a Caius, so let's see what these other 2 cards are. We see a Breaker. Nice, so that's going to be on 1900. He's going to run over Lightning Plover. Probably a good choice there. And then nothing. So if ddbreaker has any card, then he can win, basically. Because one of those cards is Caius, obviously, by Bansato. And the other card doesn't seem to be anything. Probably another Caius or just another monster that can't be played. So that gets put back to the top of the deck to summon Plague Spreader Zombie, which will be seen. Plague Spreader Zombie, then another monster summoned. Yep. That won't be game though. Interesting, that won't be game. That's 600 points of damage. I don't think I would have done that. I would have set the Raikou and attached the Plague Spreader Zombie. That might be game anyway, but it would have been game even if you drew him into nothing, so it didn't really matter. You might as well just set the Raikou. Now the Plague Spreader will get banished and you have an open Raikou on the field. I'm guessing that's good game. What? Am I just seeing cards disappear? Am I just not paying attention? Oh. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Good trap luck. Okay, I'm gonna look back at this video and I've just missed loads. Sorry for not commentating, but for some reason my eyesight just phased out some things from the field. We'll see. But I hope you enjoyed that, guys. That was a Wind Fairy control deck versus old school Magician spellcaster deck. And I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I had to play him instead of the Wind XYZ. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It was an interesting duel with a few things that I didn't seem to see. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that, guys, and see you around. Cheers.